12-year-old Zelda fans that may not be 12 anymore. Many of you know me, or know of me. But if you don't know who I am, let me give you a reminder. On the YouTube video. Anyway, Ocarina of Time. How about this? Does anybody remember this? This is back when I was 15. YouTube ad. Isn't capitalism great? Yes. And I have to use YouTube. I can't actually have this footage in the video. I'm putting this on a television here, so I'm playing off of YouTube, negating any legal obligation to not be able to show video game footage for free speech usage, fair right usage, whatever have you. Yes, I am Mr. Alligator. If you don't know what game that is, we have a serious problem. Shut off the video right now, because that's a problem. If you don't know what that's going on, it's a spaceship in Ocarina of Time. And I was instrumental to creating the gameshark code for that, you could say. I guess you could say that I am the most famous Zelda hacker ever. Alright, and several years ago, I did a wonderful thing. And I created multiplayer Ocarina of Time. What is this? This is some child's video of multiplayer Ocarina of Time. Am I credited in this?
Widescreen.
Widescreen? No. And a 12-year-old child stole my gameshark code. What a surprise. Let's just go to an article. What was it? Most retro hack of the day, I think was the title. Today's most retro hack. 4-player Ocarina of Time. And here's the, perhaps this. This is the original video of multiplayer Ocarina of Time.
Widescreen, Mr. Alligator.
Widescreen? Now, what is going on here? I think I just did it widescreen.
There you go.
Yes. This is the original multiplayer Ocarina of Time. And I am simply putting this here for demonstration usages. Because I made this. Yes. In 2008, when I was 19. Now I'm 25. I've since worked several IT jobs, including the head of an IT company that dealt with medical software. And I guess you could say my skill level is just a wee bit higher over the past couple of years of being a slave to society. Yes. Multiplayer Ocarina of Time, my finest gameshark code ever. Which brings me to my point. Boys and girls, what have you. I am seeking to generate a Kickstarter campaign that would, how to say, be a game, multiplayer, heavily inspired, not a copy of, not named, and it's a sad world that I have to actually point this out so that Nintendo's lawyers do not sneak up behind me and strangle me to death. But yes, I am looking to raise funds to create the greatest video game ever since multiplayer Ocarina of Time. Doesn't even have a title. I don't know what the title can be. You know what? Maybe I'll call it The Legend of Miley. Because you know what? This is a free country. This is America. If I got a pet pig, I could name it Miley. Alright? What is going on up there? I don't even know how to use a computer anymore. Anyway, yes, this is a free country. If I had a pet pig, I could name it anything I want. I could even name it Zelda if I had a pet pig. So, I don't care what I name it. The fact of it is that it has to be the greatest thing since the N64 era games. In today's video game development, let me tell you, I've been on Steam lately and I'm seeing a lot of new games. And they're all early access games. And oh my lord, are they, I don't want to say atrocious. Some of them have really good concepts, but some of them are basically unplayable, even though I want to love them to death and hug them. You know? And, you know, there's a reason for that. Let's see. Let me just read Wikipedia. Due to low costs and low capabilities of computers, a lone programmer could develop a full game. However, approaching the 21st century, ever-increasing computer processing power and heightened consumer expectations made it difficult, to say the very least, for a single developer to produce a mainstream or console or PC game. The average price of producing it, a video game, slowly rose from $1 to $4 million in 2000 to over $5 million in 2006, then to over $20 million by 2010. However, mobile and web-based games and indie games can cost much less. Am I reading this correctly? $1 to $4 million in 2000, $5 million in 2006, and then to over $20 million by 2010. Holy Moses. Oh boy, that's a lot of money. Fortunately, being someone that is, if I might say, and toot my own horn, quite talented and capable of leading a competent team of 12-year-old Zelda hacker fans that I had that are now 18 years old and perfectly legally employable, that have somehow become better at sea than I. And if I could shed an alligator tear, I would. I am very proud of my Zelda fans that have followed in my footsteps of multiplayer Ocarina of Time. Yes, I created multiplayer Ocarina of Time. And I don't even have a name for this game. The tentative title can be The Legend of Miley. Because in America that's legal. Because even Shigeru Miyamoto, he named The Legend of Zelda after a beautiful woman called Zelda Fitzgerald. So, I think I have a legal ground to stand on. Right there. Anyway. What am I doing? What is going on up there? Listen to me. Listen to me carefully. $1 to $4 million in 2000. Wow. Wow, that's a lot of money. By the way, this is multiplayer Ocarina of Time. There's a good gameshark code. There's a terrific gameshark code, but it cannot be made into a commercial product because I do not have the rights to this game. But I would more than love to make a game inspired by this game. Such classics as Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are the foundations and are essentially unrivaled in today's modern indie gaming. And I would like to see a change in that. And no one's doing it, so being who I am, I might as well. I really, really might as well be the one to do it. So listen, I am looking for about $250,000. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but I read the costs. You might say, well, is this guy just trying to get rich? No, I actually probably need more than $250,000, but $250,000 is the very bare minimum that I've calculated that I can do this competently without it turning into a mediocre piece of food. Now, because it will turn in anything less than a quarter will turn into complete, not good stuff. And it's sad, but making a game costs money. Making a good game costs even more money. Because you know how long the credits to Ocarina of Time are? Do you have any idea how long the credits to that game are? Credits. Time. Hold on, I will play this, and I will mute the song so that I do not further infringe. Oh, why is an ad playing? Why do I not have ad blocker on this thing? Alright, because I support internet economy. This is how long the credits to Ocarina of Time are. 7 minutes worth of credits? Not even a movie has 7 minutes worth of credits. Seriously, come on. You have any idea how many people contributed to this game? Thankfully, in today's modern world, we have engines that are purchasable, such as Unity 3D, that make this incredibly easier. You have digital distribution of the games. You have many, many things that make it much easier. You have much more advanced modeling and animation software. It's a lot of people. A lot of people that I honestly admire. And I have a great deal of respect for them. Because back in 1998, this was unrivaled. This was unheard of. For something of this caliber and quality required that many people. And that really says something about what it takes to make a game that could be even remotely compared to Ocarina of Time. I do have a game plan, by the way. It would be a game heavily inspired by Ocarina of Time and Majora's Masks. Procedurally generated worlds, because roguelikes are always fun and they don't get that boring, especially in 3D, especially if it were running on an engine such as this, or rather similar and inspired by this. Obviously, you wouldn't be a green-clad boy. You would be a character of your own design through a character design screen. Yes, I know. I'm a brilliant game developer here. I just invented a character design screen. It's a very new concept in the gaming world. I should patent it right away. Anyway, these are the credits to Ocarina of Time. It's like, are you serious? This many people were required to make Ocarina of Time? That's a lot of people. That's why I need at least $250,000, because I can't do this all on my own. I'm gonna have to hire some of the Zelda fans I should probably stop saying Zelda, but I'm not saying the other two words that go with that infringe on the copyright. I'm not associated with Nintendo. Obviously, I don't think Nintendo would associate with me. I think if I went to the Nintendo store like this, that they would call the police and kick me out. I'm almost certain they would. Especially if I started talking to their employees about multiplayer Ocarina of Time. I don't think that would go over well at all. You could try and find out, but I don't want to. I have a clean record. No felonies, no nothing. And I don't want to screw that up. Anyway, that's a lot of people. Technical support, they did quality assurance on this game, they tested the heck out of it. They did animations that were unheard of for that day in 1998. They did incredible amounts of programming. And generally, it's a beautiful game. There's 7 minutes of credits, man. 7 minutes. A lot of, I didn't count the number of people who worked on this game, but a lot of people did. And you know what? I feel that this artwork, this masterpiece, deserves the spiritual successor that's inspired by it. I truly do. And who would I deny that it should be multiplayer and possibly procedurally generated so that the content is always fresh? I don't know. Who am I to deny that? I don't have the right. No, it must be. It's meant to be. Oh, where was I? Yes, the credits to this are very long, ladies and gentlemen, Zelda fans and 12-year-old boys. But, listen, wow, that's quite a collection I've got there. Listen. What is going on up there? Now I can pause it. Let's do this heartfelt here. Yeah, $250,000 is basically the very bare minimum that I can do this with. I'd like to make a beautiful masterpiece. There aren't too many indie games that are beautiful. No, I'm very mistaken. There aren't many, but none to the caliber of this. And I would have to hire quite a few people. And good talent does not come cheap. Now, I could probably convince good talent to work cheap, but I would like to, based on my previous experience at a medical company that will go unnamed in the software department, I most definitely would want to treat my employees as I would like to be treated, even in terms of salary. Hopefully this doesn't infringe on any copyright laws. I think playing it off YouTube protects me. Hopefully it won't get removed from Kickstarter. But listen to me carefully. That's 7 minutes long. It's a lot of people that worked on this game. I can do this, a comparable game, maybe with 5 people. If I really push it and I really dumb down the budget, maybe I can get 10 if I convince people to work really for peanuts. You know, this is not a give me your money and so I can go buy get a houseboat or something. This is give me your money if you want to see this game. I'm not going to even include any prizes, any rewards. I'm not going to give you t-shirts. I'm not going to make stickers. I'm not going to mail you posters or paintings. I'm not going to have give us $200 and we'll give you a special status or something. No, I'm going to have regular rewards that you get the number of legal copies, DRM free probably. More than, yeah, no, DRM free because let's face it, if I made this game out of pocket, it was a total failure and it got completely pirated and I didn't even break even, I'd be broke. And I'd have wasted a lot of time and effort. But if I have a guarantee that this is a success, come on, then I have a guarantee that it is going to at least break even for the effort. Oh. No. So, listen. The more donations, pre-orders, that I get, the better I can make this thing. $250,000 is bare minimum, bare bones. But I can do it if I do 10-hour days for you with several other people. The more people I can get involved, the more brains I have to brainstorm with. And you can get an office and we can sit down and have a few brews, assuming they're over 21, and brainstorm and think, and like, how can we make this a masterpiece? How can we achieve this quality? What am I doing? Well, listen. No stickers, no special rewards. Game development is hard. It takes money. It takes a lot of money to make a decent game. It really does. Unless you're extremely talented and you have a one-hit wonder, it takes money, ladies and gentlemen. It does. So, on that note, if you give me enough pre-orders for $250,000 to ensure that this project can be funded, I'll make it. You have my word. And if I don't have enough money to fund it, then it's not even worth trying. It's really not, because it's never going to come out to the quality of what you just saw. It will never come out to that quality. It just won't. I'll be sitting there alone in my bedroom, tapping away on a computer, programming the enemy AI, making all the maps and all the models and everything myself. And it's gonna look like dog doo-doo. It really will, if I just do it myself, because I will be overexhausted and I'll say, whatever, I'm doing this all for free. This is charity work. Maybe I'll make some money. Probably not, because people are just gonna pirate the game. But if I have enough pre-orders, I can just make it DRM free and I won't have to worry about piracy, which is the #1 destroyer of indie game development and indie game studios, is piracy. And I buy all my games. I support my fellow developers, even though some of their games drive me nuts because they're riddled with bugs that could be so easily fixed. And I even say, why don't you just let me help you fix the source code, dude? And they're like, no, Sen Alligator, I think you've had too many. Hold on, man. Don't worry about it. It's just a game. I'm like, no, it's more than a game. It's art. So, I'll leave you with that. Do you want to give this man your money or not? It's a very big question. I know. It's not what it looks like, I swear. It's not. I will not spend it all on booze. I promise. Pinky promise. That means shut off the camera.